Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. Today we're going to take a look at the Pipe Revolver. I think it's safe to assume that most players view the Pipe Revolver as an early game weapon that you want to move away from as soon as you can. I think the Pipe Revolver is a bit of a sleeper and is generally better than most people think. That doesn't mean that it's actually an overpowered boss killer, but it actually functions pretty well in most situations. Unlike the 10mm, however, this is a gun I probably wouldn't touch unless it had decent legendary effects. And it is a revolver, but there are a couple of things that differentiate it from the Western, the 44, and the single action revolvers. The first thing that makes it different from other types of revolvers is that it can have a suppressor. That means stealth and sneak attacks, which translates into increased damage. The other thing that's different is that it can be made into a rifle, and when you do that, it benefits from both rifleman and gunslinger perks. Now, this is a good and a bad thing. On the one hand, it's great that it can benefit from two classes of perks, so you can get increased damage. On the other hand, that means it takes a lot of perk points to get the most out of this gun. For me, at least for this character, that's not really an issue because I tend to run rifleman perks on my pistol character anyway, so might as well get the extra damage. Now, I did say that I would want good legendary effects if I was going to use this weapon, and I think this qualifies. It's anti-armor with exploding bullets and bonus VATS critical charge. Now, I do have this modified with the calibrated receiver because I will be doing critical hits, and I'm using a scope on it, and the reason for that is mainly I do not like the reflex sight on pipe weapons. I find them difficult to use, and I will manually aim this at times. The AP cost is going to be high no matter what I do, so that's not much of an issue. You can see the AP cost is 23. If I put a reflex sight on it, that would drop down to 19. Nothing stellar. So it's not a fast-firing weapon, so I'm not really concerned about AP cost. Now here's a quick snapshot of the build. You can see I have all the gunslinger perks maxed out and all the rifleman perks maxed out. I've also got max rank follow-through. I also have Eagle Eyes for extra critical hits, and I use Blight Soup. I have better criticals maxed out and critical savvy. All right, let's see what kind of damage we can do. Nothing amazing, but with that follow through, okay. There we go. Oh, and I also have demolition expert maxed out, trying to get those, trying to get as much damage as we can. So we're taking every buff possible, but we do have a critical hit. Let's see if we can zoom in on that guy. Critical hits, actually, you can see do pretty well. Another nice thing about this gun is it tends to be pretty ammo efficient, so we got a critical hit there. We're doing criticals every third shot. We'd be doing that without the critical recharge, actually. So, and we are not a full health. Or we are a full health, so there we go. Yeah, we're doing all right. Let's see. So we're still hidden, but yeah, follow that up. 1100 on a critical. Yeah, that calibrated receiver does really nice damage. Now, I don't generally like explosive that much. I'd rather have more critical damage, but explosive actually does buff the damage quite a bit. And I am running Covert Scout, a full set of Covert Scout, and I do have max rank of Sneak. Just because this is not really a weapon you want to get in a firefight with if you can help it. If you want to stay hidden. If you can stay hidden, yeah, you'll do really well. I mean, I find this to be a really good stealth weapon. It's not the best in events, you know, when you're trying to get hits on things. Whoa, okay. When you're trying to get hits on things, it doesn't have a fast fire rate, and it doesn't hold, I mean, we only hold 6 rounds. The reloads are pretty decent, but as you can see, even without critical hits, we're taking everything down in 2 shots. Now, a nice thing about a gun like this is it is really ammo efficient. You'll always get back, you know, maybe not on every enemy, but over time, you will get back, if you loot the bodies, you'll get back way more ammo than you use. So it can actually be a good way of farming ammo for other guns that use... now, I'm not using gun fu. Normally I would, but because of the high AP cost, I actually want to drop out of VATS after I kill an enemy just to recharge. Oh, look at that. Didn't take... And see, there we go. We're manually missing, but... manually aiming. But I find that scope just so much easier than a reflex sight. But yeah, versus other revolvers, it's just... Wow, okay, he took a critical hit. That was actually pretty good. He withstood a critical. Robots just tend to be that much more armored. All right, so we have a legendary something or other. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure how we're going to do. I have not tested this out against Mirelurk Queen or against, against one of these guys. Critical hit, so that's pretty good. Probably should have saved that for the second shot. Oh, there's two of them. So here's where the suppressor definitely comes in handy. Let's see if we can hit him with a critical. Because you definitely want to stay hidden with one of these. Or against those. So we got it. Whoa, okay. He's blind firing. He doesn't know where I am, though. One more shot should do it. There we go. All right, they're the tough ones. All right, there is a couple of Blood Eagles. Let's see how we do against them. I don't anticipate issues against humans. They just tend to be pretty squishy. Now, one of the things about slow-firing weapons in general, and the pipe pistol tends to be one of the worst, is VATS. It tends to be pretty buggy in VATS, and I find that if you pause just half a beat, it helps a little bit. It doesn't solve everything, but if you go into VATS and immediately fire, I found that condition to be more likely where you'll miss. It's also one of those things where, you know, some servers are laggier than others, so sometimes this gun, when it works great. And you just hit everything. And then there's other times when it's just so laggy. I was actually at an event and I was missing everything because it was just a full event full of players and it was a kind of a laggy server. And at that point, they need to switch to something else. I mean, I do like Pipe Revolvers. I think they're a lot of fun, but I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna tell you that it's a perfect weapon. It is something that does have its flaws. Basically the same flaws that, slow firing weapons tend to have. All right, let's start off with a critical. It's not bad. Pretty good. If we could stay hidden, we can do okay. So we'll reload out of VATS just to let our AP recharge. We want to keep that topped off. This is not a weapon where, I mean, it's definitely a VATS weapon. Just because those critical hits, you're really dependent on those. So I want to stay hidden as much as possible. One more critical, maybe? Nope. Wow. Yep, she is tanky. But we are getting the job done, and we have been hidden the entire time. So, yeah, we're doing all right. All right, let's see how we do against our big green friend here. And I'm using the stabilized mod on my arms, which is why my scope is dead steady. So we got a little beginning shot. Get that follow-through working. Follow through and tenderizer. Oh, okay. Wow. 1100 on a crit. That is not bad at all. It seems to do a lot. Let's see. Not making the use of my crits. There we go. Easy peasy. And there you go. A quick look at the Pipe Revolver. It's a gun I think is a bit of a sleeper. It's not some over-the-top mega weapon, but then it doesn't have to be, as long as it's fun. If you find yourself getting one that has, you know, some good legendary effects, I think it's worth taking out and having some fun with. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit one of the buttons down below, and I hope you'll join me in the next one. Thank you very much.